So for this parish, there were three groups that I interacted with. And the FGD actually covered benefits gained from community involvement, areas for improvement, and they also gave recommendations. So for the method, the way of analysis, descriptive and inferential statistics were used. Person correlation coefficient was used to establish the relationship between the years of involvement of the youth in BEC and their spiritual growth. Field notes from the three FGDs were content analyzed and then to form a holistic interpretation of the study, both the quantitative and qualitative data were integrated. Okay. In the table, you will see the three parishes that participated in my study. So, Our Lady of Parish and Good Voyage Parish. So, Our Lady of Peace and Good Voyage Parish. San Miguel, the Archangel Parish, the Holy Child Parish. And then in the middle, you will see the column for the person correlation coefficient. And the last column, you'll see the value that represents the relationship between involvement and spiritual growth. Now, let me now present to you the integration of the quantitative and the qualitative results. For the quantitative part, there is no significant correlation between the years of involvement and spiritual growth of the respondents from different parishes when taken collectively. Now, what supports this in the FGD? Regardless of the years of the involvement in the parish, spiritual growth has a personal component that is manifested through attitude change. So, I was not happy in the quantitative part, but I tried to explore in the FGD. So, here are the proofs of the attitude change. From the non-interference to community involvement. Another one was the resilience that was developed in support of the community, especially in the midst of disaster. And lastly, from a complacent lifestyle to an active daily practice of faith. So another result, there is a significant correlation between the years of involvement and spiritual growth of respondents from one parish. So remember, there were three parishes. The negative correlation indicates that the longer the years of involvement, the deeper is the spiritual growth. But this one is only true for that one parish. And to support that qualitatively, the longest year of involvement of respondents from the Our Lady of Peace and Good Voyage ranged from 10 to 38 years. So in support of the spiritual growth, which they shared, here are the descriptive indicators. So there was a lifestyle change in both intrapersonal and interpersonal relationships. Next is the community service that was manifested through the teaching of catechism and involvement in the feeding program. Another result that was significant was involvement of the respondents is not significantly correlated with their thought, emotion, and behavior. So what I did was to look into what the group shared with me through their experiences. And here are the findings. Community involvement does not spare respondents from the negative thoughts. So even if they were actively involved in basic ecclesial communities, there were negative thoughts that came out, such as, so one participant said, there was seemingly no good or expected result that's happening to my lacked awareness of the PDC mechanism. In terms of emotions, there were also toxic emotions that were shared by some participants. Family conflicts. And then in terms of behavior, there were maladaptive behaviors that were shared. For example, gossiping, and also addiction to a vice. So, let's move on. The respondents' thought is significantly correlated with their emotion and behavior. Okay, in the Philippines, this is very famous. We have this bayanihan concept. And well, nowadays, it's no longer practiced in the city, but in some provinces, this bayanihan concept is still practiced. So, you will see, if you Google, you have this group of boys carrying the house from one place to the other in support of one who is in need. So the Bayanihan concept has been synchronized with a sense of gratitude and eagerness to participate in community service. And I found that out in one parish. It's in the San Miguel Apostolic Parish. Next, there is significant correlation. Okay, there is significant correlation between the respondent's behavior and emotion. Okay, so just to justify that, the experience of anxiety drives one to pray the rosary and strengthens the motive to attend the mass. Okay, I can move on to Gina if you want the conclusion or just, Parishioners are involved in programs such as PD Pro, so that they have different levels of involvement and the types of activities also varied. Okay, in terms of the stages of